The oceans cover more than 70% of our planet's surface and are vital to life on Earth. They regulate climate, provide oxygen, support a vast array of wildlife, and sustain the livelihoods of billions of people. Yet, in recent decades, the health of the world's oceans has been increasingly threatened by human activity. One of the most alarming being the dumping of trash directly into marine environments. But what if countries, either due to negligence, lack of infrastructure, or economic pressures, began dumping increasing amounts of waste into the ocean deliberately? What would be the consequences for marine ecosystems, human health, global economies, and the very future of life on Earth? To understand the full scope of this issue, we first need to grasp how trash affects the ocean ecosystem. The ocean is not a bottomless pit. While it has an immense capacity to absorb and break down certain substances, the sheer volume and variety of human-generated waste have overwhelmed its natural processes. Plastic waste is among the most pervasive forms of pollution found in the ocean. It can take hundreds to thousands of years to decompose, breaking down only into smaller and smaller pieces called microplastics. These tiny particles are ingested by marine life, entering the food chain and causing harm to species ranging from plankton to whales. If countries increase their dumping of trash into the ocean, the problem will exponentially worsen. Coastal areas could see mounting accumulations of debris, making beaches uninhabitable and ruining tourism industries dependent on clean shorelines. Marine animals such as turtles, seabirds, and fish could experience higher mortality rates as they mistake trash for food or become entangled in plastic nets and six-pack rings. The disruption of marine life populations could cascade through the food web, threatening the delicate balance of ocean ecosystems. But the impact would not stop there. Human populations are intrinsically connected to the ocean. Billions rely on seafood as a primary source of protein. With trash contaminating the water and marine animals ingesting pollutants, toxic substances would accumulate in seafood, risking human health. Chemicals from plastics, heavy metals, and other hazardous waste could lead to increased incidences of cancer, neurological disorders, and reproductive issues among populations consuming contaminated fish and shellfish. The economic fallout would be severe as well. Fishing industries worldwide could collapse due to declining fish stocks and contamination concerns. Countries dependent on fishing exports would suffer massive economic losses, affecting employment and food security. Tourism economies, especially in small island nations and coastal cities, would be devastated by polluted beaches and degraded marine environments. The loss of these industries would ripple through global markets, contributing to instability in many regions. Additionally, dumping trash into the ocean interferes with natural processes critical to life on Earth. Oceans play a major role in carbon cycling and oxygen production. Algae and phytoplankton, tiny plants floating in the ocean, produce roughly half of the world's oxygen and absorb vast amounts of carbon dioxide. When trash accumulates, especially plastics that block sunlight, it reduces photosynthesis rates, hampering oxygen generation and exacerbating global warming. One particularly alarming consequence would be the formation of massive garbage patches. These swirling vortexes of debris, such as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, already exist but would grow drastically larger and more toxic. These garbage patches not only poison marine life, but can also alter ocean currents and weather patterns, contributing to climate instability. On a larger scale, the practice of ocean dumping can lead to international conflicts. Coastal nations affected by pollution originating from other countries could seek reparations or retaliate with trade sanctions or military actions. Disputes over responsibility and cleanup could strain diplomatic relations, undermining global cooperation on other critical issues like climate change and trade. Efforts to regulate ocean dumping, such as international treaties and agreements, would face significant challenges. Enforcement in international waters is notoriously difficult, and countries desperate for economic relief might ignore regulations. This could lead to a tragedy of the commons, where individual countries prioritize short-term benefits over the collective good, accelerating environmental degradation. However, there could be technological and policy responses to mitigate these effects. Innovations in waste management, biodegradable materials, and ocean cleanup technologies offer some hope. International collaboration and strict enforcement of anti-dumping laws would be essential. Public awareness and shifts in consumer behavior towards reduced plastic use and proper waste disposal would also be critical in stemming the tide of ocean trash. In summary, if countries continue or increase dumping trash into the oceans, the consequences would be catastrophic and multifaceted. The health of marine ecosystems would deteriorate, human health risks would escalate, economic livelihoods would collapse, and international relations could be destabilized. The oceans are a shared resource vital for life on Earth, and protecting them requires collective responsibility and urgent action. The cost of inaction is simply too high for any nation to bear alone.